Hi, my name is Alex Alcivar, and I'm making a video today to show you how to use the IRIS Rag package that I created for the current InterSystems developer contest. So let's jump right in and build this package with the instructions on the GitHub. In the README, there is a quick start, setup and configuration. And the first thing that we're going to do is run git clone. I'm creating this on my desktop. So I'm going to open a terminal. Great. Paste in the git clone command, and that just takes 1 second. The next thing that I'm going to do is change directory into the repository I just downloaded. Great. What's next? We have to create the .env file. The easiest way to do that is to copy the example to an env and then add your OpenAI key into it. I'm going to pause and add mine now so I can keep it a secret. Great. As you can see, I used Nano to edit the .env file, and I put in my OpenAI API key. The .env file also has your iris connection string, but there is a default included for this type of installation in the .env.example file. So what's next? Looks like we're finally ready to run docker compose build. So we do that. That's going to take a couple minutes, so we'll pause and wait for that to finish. All right. That Docker build just took a little under 4.5 minutes, but it completed. So what do we do next? We need to deal with some permissions issues. And this has to do with the way that users are built inside of a Docker container. So we're just going to sidestep that by opening up permissions on the current container, because this is just a local application that we're running and not exposing to the internet. Great. Once that's taken care of, we can run docker compose up and access our application. Great. While it's running, you can see it compiling the classes and dealing with the Python and the node installations to create both the back end, the front end, and also do the database migrations. It should just take a minute or two, and once it's listed all of the static files that it has copied, then you're ready to load the front end. Let's just take a few seconds to watch this first run. Now it's running the migrations. And now it's said that it's copied all the static files. So we're ready to access the front end. The front end is accessible at this location. Initial load can take a few seconds, but then it's very responsive. Boom. At the top, we have instructions. We can click hide instructions to hide those instructions and jump right in to see how the RAG works in this application. We have 4 different model types available from OpenAI, and then we have 4 embedding types as well, one of which is the OpenAI embeddings, and then 3 BGA type embeddings. These are all local embeddings that are free and will be run locally inside the Docker container to create the vector stores inside the IRIS database. I recommend using the BGA small because it's the fastest. We then have the temperature, which is a common parameter for large language model generation. The top case similarity tells the query engine how many document nodes to return when sending the prompt to the large language models. So it's like how many citations to include along with the query to the model up here. The similarity threshold indicates how similar a document needs to be when included in the top case similarity that's found. So this threshold is set to 0.4. If you set it higher, then the matches need to be more similar, and lower is more lax. After that, we have the query. You can enter a query, but if you don't, then there will be a default query, which is describe this document. So for now, we're just going to leave it blank. And then you can enter a document name, which can be anything. For now, we're going to enter King Lear. And we're going to get the entire King Lear play from MIT. And we're going to paste it in. We're going to see we have our local embedding set. And then we're just going to hit query /add documents. Right now, it's processing the document into vector embeddings and creating a table in the IRIS database for this particular document. Once that's done, it will run the query engine on the document and give us a response. Here it is. As you can see, we've gotten three excerpts from the play, and at the top, the answer that's been generated by the large language model. You can also see that this document has now been added to the existing documents so that we can query it without having to recreate the embeddings. Let's try that. Let's add in who is the villain in this play and query. Since we left our text in the document and document name, it can tell that we maybe are trying to submit a duplicate document, and it warns us. And we realize, no, we don't, so we're going to clear those fields out. Now we just have our query and the selection of the existing document that we're going to query. So we do that. That completes more quickly because we're just querying and not embedding any document. And it says that Edmund is often seen as a villain in the play because he engages in treachery and manipulation. And here are my 3 citations. What's great about this is you can mix different embedding types between documents and still be able to query more than one at a time. So we added King Lear. Let's add Hamlet. So we're going to go here and we're going to add Hamlet. We're going to put that in. We're using the OpenAI embeddings now, which will cost us money via our API. And we're keeping King Lear selected. We're going to be ambitious and say we're going to embed this new document with OpenAI embeddings. Then we're going to run our query, which is who is the villain in this play, against both documents, one with the OpenAI embeddings and one with the BGA small embeddings, which again have different dimensions. So what we're actually going to do is run them separately in a chain because we need to embed the query in the matching dimensions for the documents that we are querying on. So let's go ahead and see if that will work. One of the advantages of the OpenAI embeddings is that it's a little faster. And as you can see, it completed before I finished my sentence. So we have a response from King Lear, where Edmund is again found to be the villain, and we scroll down and we see in Hamlet as well, the villain is King Claudius. And so both of those have been queried at the same time. You can see here it's marked them as having separate embeddings. Great. Once we're done, we might want to clean up our database. So we can delete both documents at the same time by using the multi-select. There will be a confirmation, so you can click OK, and then a notification that the documents have been deleted successfully. This is just a proof of concept for how RAG can be run natively on the IRIS platform. with just a little bit of more customization, you could run a local LLM and the entire configuration would be locally run, and that could be ideal for situations in which confidentiality is very important, like a healthcare setting. Anyway, thank you for watching this video today, and please feel free to reach out if you have any questions about this application. Again, my name is Alex Alcivar, and I hope you have a great day.